Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tom Clancy's Central. My name is Retro, and today I'm going to be talking with you guys a little bit about how to defeat El Sueno, the big boss, the most difficult, at least supposedly, the most difficult enemy in this entire game. And I defeated this at a level 14. It is definitely not hard. I was playing with one of my friends, but honestly, if you play with your AI teammates, it may even be easier. So I'm going to give you guys some tips. Basically, just go through how to actually complete this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go talk to Bowman. You guys know how to do that. You just go to the little safe house and you have a conversation with her. Then once you're finished with that, you will go and you want to take the truck that is out on the right. You guys saw we went and we took it, and this truck is definitely like the best that you could use, simply because it has really good handling, really good maneuverability, and it allows you to actually take it into places where I don't think Ubisoft actually intended. So you're going to want to take it. It's ideal if you have a few people, you go pick out some of the enemies through, like with your LMG or something, out the window. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You're just going to want to follow the path that you would normally go on, obviously. But once you slowly go up the ramp and you slowly keep working your way towards the enemy base, first off, there's going to be a lot of enemies that come out a lot. There's going to be a lot. I mean, sometimes they might not spawn as much, but normally there will be a big horde of enemies pretty much everywhere. So you're going to want to be especially careful with where you go. Try to avoid taking unnecessary vehicle damage. That's definitely important because you want this vehicle to last as long as possible. So keep going, and you actually can take it above these little barricades. I don't know exactly when it'll come up when I sync the video up to it, but there is a certain point it either came already or it might come up. I'm not sure, depending on what part the video is at right now. But there is a certain point where my friend actually takes the vehicle above this really tight barricade, which I'm almost positive a car couldn't do. So this little truck, this little Jeep type thing that we took, was definitely the best option. And once you take it up the barricade, obviously you're just going to keep going up, up this ramp, taking out enemies. It's pretty simple. And basically where you'll end up is sort of like a circle. You end up at this passage, and there will be a bunch of enemies around. I believe there will also be some Unidad in the distance. I wouldn't worry about them. Definitely don't risk being targeted by them as well. And there's going to be a bunch of enemies. Ideally, what you could do is take out your drone and start spotting some of them, because when you locate them and stuff, it does make it much easier to take them out. What I actually recommend is keeping a sniper on hand, because a lot of them will be at a distance, and I find that they don't really move that much. They just kind of stand there and start shooting at you. They're definitely not as intelligent as some of the other enemies. At least they don't have all this high-tech equipment. It's pretty normal, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of them. It's like a threatening looking environment, but there still is like a normal amount of enemies. I definitely do think it's an overrated mission, no doubt. We were playing on the advanced difficulty, not the extreme, not the most difficult, but the one right below it. So I mean, it definitely normally would give you a run for your money, but when we were playing it, we really didn't find it that difficult. So, just go around, spot him, and what my friend actually does is he runs him over with his truck, and whenever that part comes up, you guys will see it's actually really funny. I'm just sitting behind a rock, I'm taking him out with my sniper, he's just plowing him down with this, with the truck that we took. It's actually really funny. So that's always a good strategy, and when you have your bots with you, it makes it much easier, because you just do the sync shot, and they'll go and take them all out. So that's definitely something I'd recommend. Now, you want to be careful. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't get too cocky, because trust me, when you die, you will regret it. And this is what makes this mission absolutely pitiful if you're playing this and you're not careful, because you have to respawn all the way from the start. You'll respawn either closer if you're lucky, but most likely you'll respawn about three of the kilometers away from Bowman, and you'll have to go and run your way back. It's horrible. You have to start the entire process all over again, and that's why usually it takes 10-15 minutes at a time, simply because when you fail, you have to start all the way over again. So that's terrible, honestly. But when you wipe out the enemies, all you have to do is you walk up to the little door, you'll go through, and you'll watch the cutscene. That's it. You walk up these little stairs, there'll be a couple enemies to the left, a couple to the right, then you just go, you walk up to the door, and the cutscene starts. I mean, that's it. It's really not a hard mission at all if you know what you're doing. You definitely don't need to be a high level or anything. I completed this with only a quarter of the full game done, so it's really not difficult. Honestly, man, really not hard. Just be careful, don't get too ahead of yourself. Wipe out enemies as you go. Make sure you take the right vehicle, the one that we showcased, because again, it has the good handling, good maneuverability, good armor. It's a good mix of everything, and just taking a normal car definitely won't do the job. So as long as you take that and you don't get too hung up, you don't get too distracted on some of the enemies, because obviously you want your vehicle to be in the best condition possible. If you keep that all in mind and you go through this mission, you should, unlock that shotgun you get at the end and the skill points and all that good stuff. it's definitely worth it. It's a rewarding mission, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This was the El Sueno mission in pretty much under like 5 minutes. So if you guys found this helpful, definitely go ahead and drop a like. Also, do hit that subscribe button for much more to come in the future. Thank you guys so much. As always, we appreciate the incredible support over here. We're almost at 250 subscribers, which is unbelievable. So thank you guys so much. It's been Retro, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.